Alright, so now we have one more prologue story. We have 2 parts to the story, but one whole story left. So obviously we're going to start with part 1. When it comes to love, Meiya is as clueless as they come. Thankfully, Tsukiyomi's created a handy step-by-step guide for her on how to woo a man. Oh god. And not a moment too soon, as tomorrow is the day she returns from abroad to fulfill her promise to Takeru. Unfortunately, her studiousness backfires on her, and she walks right into a sticky situation. Okay, so this is shortly before even the events of Extra. Like, okay, well, I mean, they're all before the events of Extra, but... Alright, learning to love. Let's go. Fuck it. Alright, start. In this book, we will be giving a comprehensive overview on how to properly engage in romantic relations as both a member and a representative of the Mitsurugi family. Oh god. By following these simple precepts, you will not only be able to determine the appropriate course of action in a given situation, but also be more effective in courting your intended mate. Let us start by outlining the most basic of seduction tactics. The Tsukiyomi method, a relationship survival guide. I was wondering why she foisted this book upon me as I was walking out the door. Perceptive as ever, Tsukiyomi. She must have known, then, that my heart has been wavering as of late. My grandfather has dictated that it is time for me to return to Japan. Now, more than ever, I must be steadfast in my resolve, and yet, I struggle. Well, no, it's not so much that my determination has waned. I simply feel a bit anxious, I suppose, at the thought of finally returning to my beloved's side. I'm not sure how to explain it. There's this tightness in my chest I haven't been able to relax in days. For her to pick up on that, and even put together a self-help book like this, as her master I should be ashamed. However, for now I must say goodbye to the city that has been my home these past 2 years. I may have never explored it beyond my daily commute from the mansion to the university, but I insisted that they at least let me walk myself to the station before I go. Interesting. I should not have opened it, yet there will be plenty of time to read on the flight home. What's that face? Jesus. I can't help myself. I'm too intrigued. I must see what wisdom lies upon the next page. Tsukiyomi was right. This is indeed the critical factor I was missing. Though I am loath to admit it, I haven't the slightest clue when it comes to the inner workings of romance. And yet, right here, within these pages, all of its secrets have been laid bare. I recognize that I'm simply trying to justify my behavior, and yet... To think a master of the Mugen Kido technique would be bested by a simple pamphlet. Love truly is a fearsome thing. These are the fundamentals of male-female interactions. In the next chapter, we'll be discussing some potential obstacles that may require more resourceful strategies. Chapter 2, Pursuing a Bachelor, Common Obstacles and How to Address Them. Number 1, the most dangerous obstacle of all, rival suitors. As Sun Tzu once said, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Even in the realm of love, knowing your opponents, and their weaknesses in particular, is one of the surest ways to give yourself a competitive edge. I see. So to partake in romantic endeavors, you must be prepared to stave off any assailants who might get in your way. It truly is akin to war, then. Fascinating. Of all the potential rivals you are likely to encounter, the most common by far is the unassuming girl next door. Oh, really? Make no mistake, however, these will often be your most ferocious competitors. There is a fair bit of diversity within this group. Some of the many different varieties include the soft-spoken, bookish type, the sundress-wearing sweetheart, the rough-housing tomboy, and the all-in-one bombshell honor student. Well, we definitely got that third one, didn't we? In the interest of caution, please consider any long-term friends of the opposite sex to be ticking time bombs, viable to join the fray at any moment. Yep. In many cases, the target bachelor takes their relationship for granted, and has little to no awareness of the deeper emotions at play. The deciding factor here will be your ability to seal the deal before he even has a chance to recognize those feelings. Should this ever come to pass, the girl next door will become a fearsome opponent indeed, due to her advantage in both general proximity to the target, as well as their storied history together. Though this may seem to contradict the Mitsurugi tenet of fair play, time has shown again and again that when it comes to love, it is far better to let sleeping dogs lie. Next we have the daddy's little girl. These suitors prey upon a bachelor's empathy and paternal instinct. Their most identifiable feature is their childlike appearance, which often belies their true age. Miki. They're extremely effective against bachelors who are into that sort of thing, and their individual personalities have far more nuance than one might think. Like pets, they can be meek and therapeutic, or klutzy and playful, though perhaps most common of all is their doting, innocent little sister type. Not that any of these traits can be mixed and matched, as they frequently are. They tend to be mentally immature as well, as evidenced by their peculiar childish speaking patterns. Be especially careful of the ones who employ nonsensical verbal tics, not seen in any existing dialect. Should the bachelor fall for their unique charms even once, it is unlikely that he will ever express any interest in any other kinds of women again. On the other end of the spectrum, however, we find the antithesis to all these personality types, the little witch variant. To use an example you would be familiar with, Meiya-sama, this is the category under which we would file the young heiress to the Daikuji group. What? I'm guessing that one's, they're talking about Ayamine in that sense, because obviously this next one's definitely class rep. Moving on, we have the authoritarian, strong and virtuous. These girls lure in their prey by showing just the slightest hint of vulnerability. Also known as the class representative type, for their extremely high propensity to occupy such leadership positions. The Mitsurugi Cultural Encyclopedia, Volume 72. Very assertive, invariably wears glasses. The two main subcategories are the valedictorian, which specializes exclusively in academics, and the jack-of-all-trades, which excels in athletics as well. Definitely got that second one. The latter tends to also be quite compassionate, which seems to indicate that they employ perfectionism in their interpersonal relationships as well. However, this brings with it an unwillingness to go with the flow, and an intense obsession with cleanliness, which means they have a hard time getting along with deadbeats and couch potatoes. Luckily for us, this means they tend to ostracize themselves from most of the men in their lives. But be warned, if, for whatever reason, the target bachelor catches a glimpse of that vulnerability I mentioned above, you'll have an extremely difficult time reclaiming his attention. Next on our list is the most peculiar, also the most unpredictable, the black sheep. Okay, that would be Ayamine. Then who's the little witch? Is that supposed to be Mikoto? Maybe? I don't know. Typical varieties include the woman of few words, the holier-than-thou, the ditzy daydreamer, and the shock humorist. All of these operate more on impulse than logic, which can sometimes capture a man's attention, even if they had no intention of doing so. The ditzier varieties, in particular, give off a fearsome mystique that can exert a powerful influence on a man, without either of them realizing it. Because their peers have been predisposed to expect a certain eccentricity from them, any show of normalcy or genuine emotion will be exponentially more compelling than what the average person could do. Facts. As with the authoritarian, you must remain ever vigilant and take extreme care so as not to allow the target bachelor to be in the same room when this occurs. Furthermore, because reason and logic do not apply to the actions of the black sheep, there is no way to predict what might cause them to develop feelings for the target bachelor. Always be on the lookout for even the most subtle of warning signs. Finally, we have one special mention, the forbidden fruit. This refers to an androgynous male whose personality aligns well with the bachelor's. Who was the little witch referring to then? The forbidden fruit. But still, who is the little witch? Huh? Who is it? Who? We've covered everyone else. Who's the little witch, huh? I don't know. Within a broader framework, this typically coincides with the best friend category, and like the girl next door, he's extremely close with the bachelor in question. Being male, he would understandably not be considered a threat under normal circumstances. However, the simple fact that he is the same gender does not necessarily preclude him from having romantic feelings for the target bachelor, and we must not hold that against him. Many of this type possess an innate ability to attract members of both sexes. It may take quite a bit to convince the target bachelor to cross that line, but once he does, he'll find himself trapped for life with an endless labyrinth of love, one that makes even the daddy's little girl addicts look amateurish. Once he's had a taste of the forbidden fruit, there'll be no turning back. Bro, once you go bussy, you never go back. There is so much diversity in the world. It truly does take all kinds. Incredible. It appears I still have much to learn. The breadth of Tsukiyomi's wisdom never ceases to amaze me. However, should any saboteurs dare to stand in my way, I can simply dispatch them outright. There's no need for such underhanded tactics. Furthermore, I do not understand why an entire chapter is spent discussing these peons when the true opponent I must conquer lies elsewhere. I appreciate your concern, Skyomi, but I don't believe I'll be coming back to this section. Oh, won't you?
さて、続きは
Chapter 3, The Dawn of Romance, Common Incidents, and How to Respond. Oh? Now this is more like it. I have a good feeling about this chapter. I see. Example 22, Being Walked In On. You have just noticed that your desired bachelor has witnessed you in the process of changing clothes. God, I sure hope that doesn't happen. In this situation, you should respond in accordance with the severity of his transgression. If he has burst into your room without knocking, see page 113. Ah, so the answers are on a different page then.
どれどれ
Example 22. Correct response. Let out a shriek while making a superficial attempt to cover it up. Wait just long enough for your face to turn red and your eyes to tear up, then throw any small objects in your immediate vicinity at them as hard as you can. Interesting. Explanation. We concluded a double-blind study that measured both the eye movements and the brain activity of a sample group of 2,000 bachelors under identical conditions and determined this to be the most effective course of action. At first, the bachelor's gaze will be drawn to your privates, whichever are exposed in this case. Then by scrambling to cover them with your hands, you will entice him to look even harder. You must not completely cover them up, however. At this point, by letting out a defenseless squeal, you not only arouse the bachelor, but also stimulate his sense of guilt. This will leave him in a very conflicted mental state. Assuming he is not a sociopath, reason will win out here, and he will return to his senses. At this point, you'll be able to see the guilt on the bachelor's face, and you must attempt to gauge the magnitude of his remorse. It is absolutely crucial that you let him see the shame and outrage in your watery eyes, as well as the genuine embarrassment in your flushed red face. Not the entire face, however. Aim for just the area of your cheeks between your eyes and mouth, as these will leave a powerful impression on him in his conflicted mental state. To make this even more effective, it is imperative to throw at least one nearby object at the perpetrator, for example, an alarm clock or a softball. If you are able to knock the bachelor out with this, the encounter will no doubt be forever ingrained in his memory, but severe injury should suffice in most cases. The lasting effect of this is twofold. First, you are diffusing any residual awkwardness of the situation by letting him think he has received his due punishment. Second, he will be left thinking of you as something which he cannot easily obtain. Exercise. Let's practice letting out a defenseless, heart-wrenching squeal. Try it now. Kya. Is this how the common folk express their love? It seems rather convoluted. So much of this reads as counterintuitive. Well, to be fair, that perception is likely just a product of my own sheltered lifestyle. Of course I'll need to adapt a bit, having been detached from the outside world for so long. When in Rome, as they say.
事例22応用
Yeah, I heard that siren earlier. There's some shit going down here. Applications while in the bath. I assume it expects us to throw the wash tub this time. Immediately grab a nearby wash tub and throw it such that the base or the rim of the tub makes direct contact with the bachelor's face. That's rather specific. I imagine a throw like that would take quite a bit of practice. In this case, the ideal scream is one that can visibly shake the foundation of the building. The empirical data shows that for the average commoner, the scream's output volume and the force of the initial throw should be directly proportional to the amount of skin exposed. So this is considered common practice then. Dear me, this may be more involved than I thought. Delivering a response of appropriate severity will require a great level of discipline. It takes a considerable amount of energy to shake an entire building, no doubt. Wow. It would be something akin to an earthquake of, say, magnitude 1.5 to 2.5. Even if we split the difference and say 2.0, by my rough calculations, that would still require something on the order of 10 million joules. To exert that kind of energy via simple acoustic vibrations, you'd have... No, it's simply not possible with human vocal cords. The life of the Everyman seems to be far more exciting and strenuous than I'd originally thought. But I will master these skills, I swear it. Like, hey, where do you think you're going? If love is a battlefield, then I cannot bring shame to the Mitsurugi family name, as you're doing right now. Nor to myself, for that matter.
Oi, come here! それにしても第3章は随分と長いな
Example number 41. On the sidewalk. Applications, the accidental finger graze. Applications, the windblown skirt fiasco. The corner turn head bonk. the unexpected weekend encounter downtown. It's almost as if every occurrence in a commoner's life is unpredictable. With this much happening on a day-to-day basis, how can one find even the slightest moment of respite? The simple act of living seems like a career in itself. It certainly is loud out here today, though. I finally get some time to myself and I can hardly even focus. Step 1. The first impression is key. Sleep with him. A step-by-step outline of how to make the initial wooing phase go smoothly. Tsukiyomi, the depth of your consideration brings a tear to my eye. What, is there some kind of fucking hostage situation going on in this station right now? Jesus Christ. She's just gonna waltz right on in. I never would have thought of that. A total ambush. What better way to make a lasting first impression? Jesus Christ. With this much guidance, anyone should be able to succeed. I have no excuse to fail. All that's left is to convince my grandfather, I suppose. Huh? Jesus Christ. Was I a bit too absorbed in my reading? You don't say. Well, no matter. It's not as though I'm running late. Let's continue. Someone's been getting flagged down for quite a while now. Wherever they are, it sounds like they need to pay better attention to their surroundings. Hmm? Come on, man, you cannot be this oblivious to see motherfuckers with shotguns and handguns, ski masks, and this woman fucking being held by her wrists. Meiya, there is a shotgun right in front of your face. Are you fucking kidding me? Huh? It appears to be some kind of storefront, but with a rather hushed atmosphere. Not only is there very little activity, but the receptionists seem extremely arrogant about keeping it that way. Do they truly expect to make a sale with that attitude? Could this be one of those businesses that values tranquility above all else? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Meiya. Meiya. Meiya, come on. Honestly, lady, what the fuck? Alright, this isn't taking place in Japan. Jesus Christ, man, how do you not know what a gun is? Like, I get it, you were raised differently. You should know what a fucking gun is and recognize the danger of them at least. She seems rather pale. Has she come down with something?
人質だ。見りゃわかんだろうが。
人質？
なんだよこいつは。
いや待て。私とて人質の意味ぐらいは知っているぞ。
As I recall, it refers to the use of another human being for security purposes, sometimes sent from one party to the other as a show of good faith.
なるほど。銀行だけに担保か。確かに西欧では18世紀頃まで国際条約実施の後ろに人質をやり取りする習慣があったそうだが、
God damn it.
まだそのような伝統を守っているとは。
Once again, I get it. She was raised in a different environment. She can't be this fucking stupid.
おいおい。このお姉ちゃんネジ飛んでんじゃねえのか？
お前がどうにかしろ。
さすがは伝統を重んじる欧州のこと。国は違えどその志、尊敬の念を禁じえん。
This hurts.
何が尊敬だ。こいつを人質にして立てこもってるんだよ。
人質を取って立てこもっている？
Oh my god.
どこか犯罪的な
No,
動
this
きを
can't be a
感じ
stick
る
up.
の
That's
だ
what a
が。
criminal would do.
どこがじゃねえ。犯罪だ。銀行強盗だよ。銀行強盗。
なんと。
By Jove.
なんだ？
Can't believe I've already encountered such a dire situation. Are the lives of the common folk truly this dramatic? No wonder I found their mating habits so perplexing.
私はなんと恵まれているのだろうか。
何が？
銀行強盗なる貴重な事例をこの目で見ることになろうとは。
Meiya.
このような経験をせし者。
Why did you end up in a bank in the first place? You were going to the train station. Why did you ever leave the sidewalk?
なんで嬉しそうなんだよこいつは。
ところで、そちらのご婦人だが。
Oh my
顔
god.
色がひどく悪いぞ。
Meiya, you know it's a dangerous situation. You're just like, hey, guys, listen, I know this is dangerous. She's cold.
殺されるかもしれない状況なんだぞ。みんなこうなるに決まってんだろ。
殺生とはまた穏やかではないな。して、そなたたちはそちらのご婦人を殺めようとする輩から守っているというわけか。
I hate this fucking story.
んなわけねえだろ。大体誰だよ、その輩ってのは。
知らん。そなたたちにわからんのか。
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow. The one guy shaking in pure rage. I love it. He's just, you fucking kidding.
こいつがもたもたしているから逃げ遅れて包囲されちまったんだよ。
なるほど。ようやく状況がつかめた。初めからそう説明すればよいもの。
I can't believe I empathize with bank robbers right now.
初めからそう言ってるだろう。どうにかしろよ。
俺に振るな。
しかし、
まだなんかあるのか。
そちらのご婦人、本当に顔色が悪いぞ。
Meiya.
早々に医者に見せるべきであろう。
Meiya.
できるかっての。人質を解放しちまったら俺たち。
危険？それは確かに困るやもしれぬな。
Yeah, she really is.
では、その人質というもの、私にできないであろうか。
は？
幸運にも銀行強盗に会えたのだ。この際、人質というものを経験するのも悪くなかろう。
Why? She knows it's a dangerous situation. She knows she's in the middle of a bank robbery. She's like, yeah, no, I want to be a part of this. What? Oh, Meiya, why? I can't. This is why I can't fucking stand Extra Meiya. I never liked her, and just ugh. Some people might be like, oh, it's endearing, or no, it's funny. All right. Or you just don't understand comedic relief, dude. Yeah, I remember someone saying that. I don't think I forgot about that. Like, no. This shit just, for me, this shit just isn't funny. It's fucking irritating. Oh my god.
ここに来た時点でお前はとっくに人質なんだよ。
何、安心するがよい。人質の経験こそないが、男女交際以外であれば人並み以上にこなせるようしつけられている。
男女交際って
必ずやそなたらの期待に応えてみせよう。人質とは相手と交渉するために必要なものであろう。それになるために
My
必要な
god,
資
when
格
did
など
Meiya
は
become
なかったと
Mikoto?
記憶しているが
Fucking Christ.
そりゃそうかもしれねえ
人質がいれば良いのであろう。
がいいだろう。わかった。
おい、何言ってんだよ。
バカ野郎。俺らの目的を忘れんな。
And honestly, if you just go with it, maybe, you know, if you're lucky, she'll shut the fuck up.
だけどよ。
それに人質は一人いれば十分だろ。
わかったよ。
良いのだな。
なあ、その代わりこの女を解放するのはお前を。
よかろう。面倒をかけるがよろしく。
ありがとうございます。このご恩は一生忘れません。
良い。貴重な経験をさせてもらえるのだ。
Oh my god.
そなたに感謝を。
Oh my god. I'm not quite sure what to do now. I should have asked Guillaume to instruct me on proper hostage etiquette. No, you can't be this fucking stupid. You can't. You can't. It's one thing to not understand like the small nuances between, you know, the average everyday person and, you know, the rich elites of the world. But to just fucking waltz into a hostage situation, there's no way she can be that stupid. There's no way. There's no way she can be this stupid, alright? It's one thing to be out of touch with you know, the people poorer than you. It's another thing to be this just completely dumb about the workings of the world around you. There's no way she could be this fucking stupid. I don't like this story at all.
いささかきつすぎる。緩めるが良いぞ。
Especially that they've essentially turned her into Mikoto. Like this is more a story of like what Mikoto would do in this situation.
人質が文句言うな。
文句はない。そなたの。
いいから黙って
Oh, I feel that.
ん？
なんだよ。だからなんだよ。
He seems slightly unnerved.
縄がきつすぎる。緩めるが良いぞ。
これがてめえの望んだ人質なんだ。我慢して。
わかった。それが作法であれば仕方あるまい。
Oh my god. Hopefully any marks or bruises go away before my first night.
いつまでそいつに構ってる。さっさと済ませろ。
なあ、こいつを人質にして本当に良かったのかな。
Or no, eventually like the fucking Mitsurugi family is gonna find out about Meiya being involved in this and they're gonna come to the rescue, right?
バカ野郎、今さらグダグダ言うな。
なあ、けどよ、こいつ絶対変だよ。
No, this is most definitely too tight. I don't mean to be insubordinate, but I'm going to have to loosen them a bit. Wasn't expecting the barrier of entry to be quite this high.
そいつだって人質には変わらないだろ。
まあいい。で、警官の方は
完全に包囲されてる。特殊部隊投入も時間の。
くそ、ついてねえぜ。せっかくいいとこまで行ってたのに、内通者からの情報じゃなかったのかよ。
そのはずだったんだ。
最悪だ。来てみりゃ金庫はがっちり閉まっていて、肝心のあいつはいやしねえ。おまけに外にはいつ突入してくるかわ
And
からない
also, you've got Meiya, of all people, tied up in the lobby.
最悪。せめて金庫の中身に手つけなきゃ割に合わねえ。なんとか開けさせようぜ。人質を盾に要求すりゃ。
そのことだがな、諦めようと思ってる。投降しよう。
は？
そもそも俺たちはこんなことができる器じゃなかったんだ。
おい、ちょっと待て。あのクソ野郎に舌は吹かせるんじゃなかったのかよ。
よく考えろ。時間が経てば特殊部隊が来るぞ。相手は教習専門の特殊部隊。俺たちは素人の寄せ集め。
そんな。
金庫が開いてなかった時点で俺たち今回は諦めろ。
せっかくここまで来たんだぜ。
I swear to God, if Meiya gives them some like last minute advice that helps them out, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
せめてあの野郎をぶっ殺さなきゃ収まりがつかねえ。
仕方ないだろう。俺たちは奴に全てを奪われた。本当にあいつ殺して俺たち満足
We're
か。
getting real existential with this, huh?
疲れてるのはわかるが目的を忘れるな。俺たちの本当の目的は金じゃないし、奴の命でもない。
あ
あの野郎とこの銀行の信用を社会的に失墜させることだ。俺たちと同じ目に合わせることだ。これだけの騒ぎを起こしたんだ。裁判になればマスコミも注目する。動機を証言するチャンスもある。
無理だよ。テレビや新聞はあいつらの御用聞きみたいなもんじゃないか。
やってみなきゃわからないだろう。とにかく投降しよう。死人が出てからじゃ遅すぎる。みんなもいいな。
ならん。
なんだよ。っておい、縄はどうし。
How did I fucking know? How did I fucking know that all of a sudden she's like, you can't just give up. You think you just give up? Oh my God. Meiya, why do you irritate me so much in this universe? Why? 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 It astounds me that Meiya can be just absolute garbage in the extra universe, but in the alternative universe, she's like a top tier character, one of the best. I don't understand. I don't understand. That's one thing that constantly confused me. Whenever Takeda would talk about Meiya in alternative, it'd be like, it's like they're the same person, you know? It's like, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're really not. Alternative Meiya is fucking awesome. Extra Meiya is fucking annoying. Oh my God.
バカ者！私のことなどどうでもよい。多少思い通りにことが運ばなかったからといって初子貫徹せずに諦めるとは
They're not going down. God damn, whatever. Why am I even getting mad at this? Why am I even getting mad at this? Why am I getting mad at this? If I allow this to get me, it's only gonna make it worse. Why am I getting mad at this? It's not important. It's Meiya. I should come to expect. It's Extra Meiya, I should say. It's Extra Meiya, and I should come to expect this. Why am I getting mad at it? Why am I getting mad at it? Because it's fucking stupid.
情けないにも程がある。
情けないだと？お前に俺たちの何がわかるんだ。
わからん。だがそなたたちが意志の弱い人間であることは分かった。これほどの騒ぎを起こしておきながら一度決めたことを簡単に投げ出すとは。
There's so many things I want to say, but I'm just not even gonna fucking bother.
何やらただならぬ事情があるようだが、よほどの決意があってことを起こしたのであろう。 簡単に引き下がれないという思いがあったのではないのか。
うせえ。引き際がわからない奴はただのバカだ。
愚かな。引き際だと。
そうだ。それをわきまえてない奴の方がよっぽど。
That I will agree with. That I will agree with. 100%.
違う。逃げ道を残しているからこそ決意が揺らぎ迷うのだ。引き際などと聞こえの良い欺瞞はやめるがよい。そなたたちは己の心に負けたに過ぎないのだ。そなたたちの生き様を見せてみよ。人質として私が見届けよう。
ふざけるな。
勢いだけでこのようなことをしたのではなかろう。ならばそれを示すがよいぞ。
俺たちに死ねってことかよ。
なぜ死ぬと決めつける。そなたも先ほど言っていたであろう。やりもしないで諦めるのか
Listen,
と。
just because there's cops surrounding the building, you don't know for sure that you'll die if you go out in there and try, alright? Yeah, we're surrounded by cops with fucking special task forces on their way, and you're just two guys, one shotgun, one handgun. Yeah, you know, who knows? Maybe there's a possibility you make it out. Yeah, no, definitely.
やったよ。すべてやったんだよ。自分たちのささやかな夢のために。
その結果がこれだ。俺たちは負けたんだよ。
すべてを投げ打っても一矢も報いることができなかった。
まだわからぬのか。敗北とは一矢を報いられなかったことでも夢がついえることでもない。すべてを諦めた己が心のありさまを指す言葉なのだ。犯罪を推奨するわけではないが、そなたたちは覚悟が足りないようだな。いや、よくはわからぬが犯罪者らしくないと言うべきか。そもそもなぜこのような大それたことをしでかそうという気になったのだ。話してみるがよい。
何をだよ。
仇討ちめいたことが目的だと先ほど言っていたろう。私にはそれが気になるのだ。
俺たちの本当の目的は金庫の金を全部燃やすことだったんだ。
Burn it.
なぜそのようなことを。
この金庫の中身の多くはここの支店長に騙された人たちの金なんだ。
どういうことか。
善意の融資の結果ってやつさ。
Oh no.
今は銀行強盗なんてやってるけど、俺らだってまっとうに働いて暮らしていたんだよ。
俺らが住んでるのは自然の豊かな田舎の方の小さな村でな。俺はそこで乳製品を加工する工場を持っていて、まあ贅沢はできなかったけど十分に充実して幸せだって言える暮らしをしてたんだ。
仕事があって帰る家があって。
This story has gone for way too fucking long, and there's a part 2 to it. I fucking hate this.
それだけだったけど。
I legitimately fucking hate this. Ass!
ずっと自分たちで工場を持つことを夢にしてきて、やっとたどり着いた場所だった。
まあささやかすぎる夢だけどな。
夢に大きいも小さいもないであろう。
そうかい。
And the fact that you realize is a wonderful thing, regardless of what it might be. Excuse me. As someone struggling to attain her own dream, I have every respect for that. Oh, yay, good for you.
ただ最近不況の煽りで受注が減って資金が回らなくなってきてな。
自分たちがどれだけ働いてもどうにもならないことがあるって現実にぶつかったんだ。
正直このまま工場を畳むことになるんだって思ったよ。まあその時は借金もなかったし、出稼ぎにでも出ようと思っていた。帰る場所さえあれば頑張れるってな。最悪土地さえあれば食うに困らないくらいは自給自足でやっていける。そう。
俺も、いや村の連中はみんな同じ思いだったよ。
けどそこに救いの手が差し伸べられた。
融資の話。
目を疑うほどの好条件だった。銀行側からの再生プランも良心的で。
Of course it was.
それがなぜ？
支店長の口車に乗せられたんだよ。初めから工場を、いや
融資を受けてからの数ヶ月間は順調だったんだ。そろそろけどよ、
引き返せないところまで来て。
それまで順調だと言っていたではないか。
そうだ、俺たちに落ち度はなかったし、向こうにも契約を打ち切る理由はなかったはずなんだ。
仲間の話じゃ言いがかりに近い納品拒否もあったって。
Oh my god, I don't care.
別の取引先を探していろいろな場所
God, I don't care.
けど新しい契約は取り付けられなかった。
銀行への返済期限もあったしな。やれることはとことんやった。
そんな現状を見かねて銀行から経営陣が派遣されてきた。立て直しを目的として。
あの日のことは今でも忘れないな。
今じゃ嫁さんや娘とも離れ離れさ。
Boo fucking who, I don't care.
どういうことだ？
奴らは就職斡旋を理由に俺たちの嫁さんの仕事として。
Oh no, how unfortunate, I don't care.
親切ずらしてな。
労働条件は過酷らしい。
God, that is just fucking awful and disgusting. I don't care.
情けないが安かろうがなんだろうが収入はそれしかない。前と違って今度は借金も背負っちまってるし。
別の就職口も探したがこれだけ借金があるとな、どこも。
それで結局返済期限を
How
守ることは
unfortunate.
できなかったんだ。
当たり前だ。守れないようにできてたんだからな。
担保にしていた工場、村の土地、牧場、全部持っていかれた。事実上村は全て銀行のものってわけだ。結局
Let me guess, at the end of this, Meiya's gonna fucking contact the Mitsurugi group and be like, we need to fucking shut down this bank and look into these motherfuckers because they're bad people and we can't allow that, blah 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 blah. It's all I fucking hear anymore because I don't care.
時期を見て契約を破棄したわけか。
そうだ。嫁さんたちが連れて行かれた工場もそうなんだ。
What about you assholes? Don't care.
バカだったよ。そこまでされて初めて
Yep, you fucked up. Don't care.
気づいた？
ああ、銀行は探してたんだよ。原発を建てる候補地を。反対。
そこで目をつけられたのが俺らの住んでる村だったんだ。
全てを奪い尽くし村から追放する。あいつらは前の年の反対運動から学んだんだ。
これで原発の建設に反対
I
する
can't
者も
focus on this
立ち
shit
退
at
き料や
all.
保
I
証をし
don't.
なければならない住民もいなくなる。
God damn it. I don't fucking care.
なるほど。そのようなことがあったのか。
今さら俺たちに取り戻せるものなんて少ないかもしれない。もしかしたらないかもしれねえ。でもせめて家族だけは
Nope, you're gonna get
取り戻し
prison.
たいんだ。
Get out of here.
どんなことをしてもな。ここにいるみんながそう思って、こんなことを始めたんだよ。
To take back your families, eh? Their means are still indefensible, but it seems their convictions are just. I can feel the sincerity of their intent from the look in their eyes. A ferocious glint that reflects the fire in the hearts.
そなたたちの言い分は分かった。
Oh my god. I can see the intense desire to reclaim what they hold dear. One's family is irreplaceable, and I can sense all these men love theirs unconditionally. No one should be allowed to spit in the face of that.
いけませんね。自分の思い通りにならないからといって犯罪を犯すのは。
Is that the... Wow, quite the face you got there, buddy. Like, what the fuck?
てめえは
実に困った人たちですな。逆恨みもいいところです。
何者だ。
こいつがここの支店長だ。
借りたお金は返すのが当たり前。返せなければ別のもので返していただき。
Hey, guess what? You look and sound like an absolute jackass, and I hate you for it, but I wanna go. I wanna move on. Can you not do this shit right now?
わざわざぶっ殺されに来たのか。
ご紹介が遅れました。当銀行の施設警備部
Pleasure to meet you all! Yay! We're all one big happy group here, right, Meiya? New friends, right?
施設警備部隊。この者たちは警察ではないのか。
ここのところ世の中物騒でいけません。
てめえ。
いやいや、しかしあなた方には
何？
これほどまで簡単に私どもの思惑通りにことが運ぶとは。
なんだと。
大きな僕にもともと契約書すらまともに読めない方々ですから。
なんだとてめえ。
その上こちらが用意した偽情報を信じてまんま
なんだと。それじゃあ今日金庫が開くとかいう話は。
はい、すべてこちらで流した情報です。
くそー。
あ、何、私どもの善意を逆恨みして過激な行動をとる。
Whoop-de-fucking do. Let's get a move on here.
なんてこった。
おとなしく諦めていれば手荒な真似はしなく済んだのですね。それではそんな頭の不自由なあなた方にこの先のシナリオを教えて差し上げましょう。当銀行は
This shit is legitimately fucking boring me at this point. I don't care, and I'm starting to get tired of it. Literally tired of it. I'm like fucking holding back yawns and shit. I straight up don't care. Honestly, I almost forgot this was part of the goddamn Muv-Luv story. Even though Meiya's right there in front of me, it's like this shit's fucking lame.
人質を殺害って
やむを得ず正当防衛で我々は犯人を射殺。くそ
大体の事情は分かった。下がっているがよいぞ。
あんた。
お気の毒ですがお嬢さん、あなたはこの方たちに
No, you say yours. Shing pulls out the sword. Slice, 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 slice. Everyone's dead. Can we go home?
つくよみ。 どうせ近くに控えておるのであろう。
Okay, you know what? I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. You know what? That fucking... I fucking love that. You know, okay, you know what? That doesn't make all this last fucking half an hour worth of bullshit worth it. But that was great. That was great. That was the one high point of this goddamn story. Is to be like, excuse me, where the fuck are you? They just...
恐れながら言いつけに背きました。
よい。ところでこの者の話だが、
この銀行における常習的な違法行為は明白です。すでに数々の証拠は抑えました。
まあいいでしょう。
That's what you think. Darcy's like, where are the retainers? Mesaba!
付け加えまして、先ほどからの支店長の言はすべて記録してございます。
さすがつくよみ。いつもながら見事な手際だ。
あなた方は人の話を聞いているのですか。
下がっておれよ、つくよみ。そなたは手を出すでない。
は。
おい、あんた
あんた。ね。あくまで
I still just love that moment. Like, excuse me. Funk. There she... I still love that moment.
いいでしょう。最初に殺されるのは人質です。
悪く思うな。これも仕事だ。
あなたはつえ何者なんだあの人は。
あのお方は三剣名也様でございます。
三
剣？
いや、
三剣財閥の次期当主となられるお方です。
私がこの場にいる以上、無益な殺生はまかりならぬ。
三剣。あの三剣。
家のことなどどうでもよい。支店長とやら兵を引き、素直に法の裁きを受けるならばよし。さもなくば三剣の名においてそなたの下道。
お黙りなさい。
Jesus.
このようなお方がこんなところにいるわけがありません。三剣を語る詐欺師め。
おい、いくらあの人が強いって言ったからってあの人
I love just a little smirk on Skiomi's face. She's not worried at all. Hell yeah.
助けなくていいのかよ。
はい、控えていろとの仰せですので。
どうですか。三剣だかなんだか知らないな。
This dork ass runs off screen just to come back with a helmet. I love that he just runs off just to grab a helmet. Why? That's so fucking stupid. Oh shit.
どうしました。黙ってしまって。私を裁くようなことを言ってましたが、所詮無力な存在は。
Bro, what are you talking about? She got 2 guns right here. She gonna fuck you up with them too.
哀れな。そのようなものが力であると信じているのか。そのような力で人の心を、人の思いをくじくことなど断じてできん。
まだそのようなたわごとを。
三剣の名において警告する。鬼の道を表す者は我がミナルカムイのつゆと消えようぞ。
構いません。やっておしまいなさい。撃て。
We wield the blade not to further our interests, but to protect the powerless. Creed of the Mugen Keto Masters.
Mugen Kidoryu Kenjutsuが一。いざよい。すべて峰打ち。
Okay, that's a pretty dope image right there. That's dope CG. I like that.
本当の力というもの、そなたの身をもって知るがよい。
金庫が。
人の心や思いをくじくのは力ではない。己が心の内にある弱さがくじくのだ。故に心の内が強くあればよいのだ。さすれば力などに頼ることも
Well,
ある
I'm
まい。
definitely more awake now that this fucking ass of a story started to pick up somewhat. Don't you just fucking go back to the fucking Little Park song? Don't you do that? No. Don't you just fucking go back to that? No. Stop this. Stop this. No.
大丈夫だ。
あんた。すげえ。
いや、
Yeah, she is an insane
そん
lady.
なことより人質の作法をないがしろにしてすまなかった。許すがよい。
Oh my god.
別にいいんだよ、そんなこと。それより、俺たち、このまま自首するよ。
そうか。
なんだかんだ言って俺たちがやったことは犯罪だ。
あんたが言う通り、俺たちも心が弱かった。だから付け入れられたし、こいつらみたいに。
There's a part 2 to this story. There's a part 2 to this story. Oh, fuck.
これからは心を強く信念を持って生きていくように努力していこうと思うんだ。
I don't want a part 2 to this story.
そうだな。私も常にそうありたいと思っている。
だからまず自分のやったことの責任を取らなきゃな。
そうか。ところでつくよみ、この者たちの今後についてだが。
ご家族の保護と弁護士の手配、融資の切り替え、その他すべて三剣ユーロが責任を持って実行いたしますよ。
さすがつくよみ。聞いての通りだ。よかったな。
あんた。
メイヤ様、専用機離陸の時間が迫っております。外に空港までの足を待たせてございますので。
うん。では皆の者、達者で暮らすがよい。
待ってくれ。あんたのことだ。この恩は一生忘れない。
よい。そんなことより一刻も早く奥方たちのもとへ行ってやるがよいぞ。
あ。
そしてしかるべき後、相応の罪を償うがよい。
本当にありがとう。なんて礼を言ったらいいのか。
いろいろしてもらった上に情けないが生き様まで教えられちまって。
礼などよい。こたびの
Okay, hear the music.
私もそなたたちにいろいろと教えてもらったからな。
Yeah, okay, it's auto-scrolling at this point. Alright.
愛しいものを思う一途で強い心。しかと見せてもらった。今度は私の番だ。
あんたの番。
そうだ。私にも迎えに行くべき者がいるのだ。
恋人かい？
いや、我が夫となるべき男だ。
I didn't like that at all. One of the voice actors was just named Progress. Alright. Oh, Bear Gao. Okay. So, yeah, that sucked. Straight up. I didn't like that. To be continued. Oh, fucking hooray. Garbage. I did not like that at all. I did not like that. And of course, that had to be one of the longer of the stories. Like, all of these were like half an hour piece. That one was like fucking damn near an hour and a half. Oh my god. Fuck that shit. And then there's a second part to it. There's a second part to it. Oh my god. Fuck.